What's going on, gang? Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at Transformers, Robots in Disguise, Warrior Class Blurr. Pick this figure up at BigBadToyStore.com. He arrived in the same wave as Soundwave. As you can see, both figures are roughly the same size. Whee, there goes Soundwave. Blurr's robot mode is pretty cool, though I wish there was a little bit more coloring to it. I mean, his depiction on the card has red, so would have been nice to have some of that at least. Overall, I don't think the figure is too bad though. However, mine suffers from severe joint issues. Ball joints in the hips, way too loose. Pins in the knees, far too loose. The figure has trouble standing sometimes because he's a little bit top heavy. As you can see, a good chunk of the car mode is here on his backpack. So there is that, and you probably just heard my cat. Gun is translucent. Personally would have liked it to have been a solid painted piece of plastic, and it does swivel in his hands very easily. It's not too bad though. Nothing I can't fix myself with a little bit of paint. Now, the pin issue. So here is his left leg. A little bit of movement does make him fall down. Here's the other knee. Can't even hold the figure up. And yes, that's my cat meowing at me because she wants her bedtime treats. Because she's a greedy little kitty. The figure is posable. Head moves on a ball joint in the shoulder, nice and tight. Swivel just above the elbow, 90-degree bend at the elbow. There is no torso articulation. Swivel just below the ball joint in the hip, though you do have to be careful because the swivel is very tight, the ball joint is not. And then the knees. Oh, and there is some foot articulation, just a little bit. Overall posability, though, is good if you could get him to stand up. That's just an issue with this figure, hopefully. Your mileage may vary. Blurr's transformation is actually very, very simple, surprisingly. To start off with, turn the figure around, come down to the feet, and collapse the feet up into the lower legs, like that. And then combine the lower legs, like that. Then take the entire backpack of the figure and flip it out, extending it up over the robot head and unpegging it, or I'm not sure, not saying unpegging it, I mean unfold it and flip it down the canopy over the rest of the robot body. Then take the arms, turn them 180 degrees so that the top of the forearm is pointing towards the bottom of the car mode, and then just collapse them, the shoulders in, pointing the elbows down, and then flip this section up underneath the car mode to form the sides of the vehicle mode like that, and then we can flip up the spoilers and snap them into place. So do that on this side, and there we go. That's it. Blurr's alternate mode is that of a Ferrari FXX Evolution race car, and it works pretty well. I don't particularly care for the colors, especially since it's a Ferrari and it's not red, but that's just me being silly. Overall, I think it's an okay alt mode. The gun can be placed in 3 different locations, either on the rear fenders or up here at the air intake, and that just looks silly. The race car mode holds together pretty well and looks okay. There is a whole lot of robot kibble on the bottom, and here he is next to Soundwave. Whoops. I have Soundwave in his Energon Ironhide mode. Hee hee. Anyway, Blurr works fine. I think Soundwave's a better alt mode, though. Overall, Blurr is just okay. He's not bad, but he's not great either. I would have loved to have seen a different paint scheme or different shades of blue on the figure. I think the powder blue doesn't work quite that well. I think this is similar powder blue to the original Blurr figure from Generation 1, which I'm fine with, but I would just like to see more color. That's just me. I understand that Blurr needs to be blue and white, but I would have liked to have seen a little bit more color. Again, that's just me. The main issue I have with the figure, though, is it's a little bit of a shell former. Not a bad one, mind you, but it is a little bit of a shell former. And, well, the hips and the knee issue is something I could totally fix, but it is disconcerting. Overall, though, it's a fine figure, but I think Soundwave is just a better figure. And there are better figures in the line, especially on the Decepticon side. And let's face it, you can never have one too many Grimlocks. So again, I hope you have enjoyed this video review of Warrior Class Blurr from Transformers Robots in Disguise. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, I will catch you next time.